Hello and welcome to this week's chemistry lab. We will be briefly discussing phase changes that occur between states of matter. Phase changes are when substances go from one phase to another, and it's caused by the addition or removal of energy, and usually heat is involved. These changes can rapidly occur. Examples of phase changes are melting, when a solid goes to a liquid state; freezing, when a liquid goes to a solid state; vaporization, when a liquid transforms into a gas state; condensation, when a gas changes to a liquid state; sublimation, when a solid changes to gas state; and deposition, when a gas changes to a solid state. This week's lab experiment will focus on the phase change of freezing. Hello and welcome to this week's general chemistry lab. In today's lab, we will be making instant ice out of water, of course. The goal is to catch the water so that it is cold enough to freeze, however, not completely frozen. All we'll need is a couple bottles of water, a couple of glasses, some ice cubes, and we will need to at least let the water freeze for about maybe 2.5 hours. I've already set my timer, so when my water is ready, I'll be back.
2 hours later.
There are 3 different ways to create our instant ice. The first way is to get a glass and fill it with ice. Next, pour the freezing cold water over it and watch how the water begins to crystallize on the top of it. Or not. So when ice freezes, the water forms small crystals that gradually spread. If you catch the cold water before the crystals have time to form, you can still pour out the water and it will freeze as you pour. Pouring it over an ice cube triggers crystals to form faster than they normally would. However, as you can see, it didn't quite form or work. Next, we are going to pour the freezing water into a glass, and then we'll drop an ice cube in the center. Watch as it begins to freeze and spread. Alright, so epic fail number 2. So once we drop the ice cube into the water, our water was supposed to go ahead and freeze all the way through the glass. Maybe it'll work next time. Well, 3 times is a charm, right? So in our third way, we are going to dip the tip of a piece of ice and see what happens. Well, as you can see, all of my 3 attempts failed. But hey, that's part of chemistry, trial and error, right? So, for this experiment, I did have to freeze my water 2 times for 2 hours and 30 minutes. And I think that was the problem. Maybe it needed to freeze a little bit longer. I do plan on attempting this experiment in the future because I feel like it was pretty cool. So if you would like to attempt it, you can. Thanks for watching.